Welcome to the Game Corner, another video game podcast. My name is Harrison, you might know me as Ixen, and today I am joined by my friends.
Rowan, you might know me as Mocha.
And Sheldon, probably know me as Captain Unova.
And we'll be your hosts today as we talk about stuff in the VGC world. And
we're kind of at that quiet part of the season, unfortunately.
You know, I think
Definitely. It's the off season.
I think we made the same anecdote last episode when we complained about it. So we'll see how many episodes in a row we can go complain about the lack of like good content we produce. I'm sorry, good content that we can produce stuff off of. Caught myself there. Anyway, we do have some things. This past weekend was sort of the official kickoff for the Victory Road World Cup. And our very own Mocha is part of it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Talk about it, son.
I was watching. So they had a stream to select the groups, which was really cool. There was a couple of people who, God, I really should know their names, but they're both pretty prominent.
You have a few months to get people's names down for this event. Don't worry about it.
Well, neither of them are playing, but they were basically it was the group selection. So they split all the countries up into like pods, and I don't know why they selected the pods like they did.
I was gonna ask if there was a rhyme or reason, because they had there was 4 pots for the different worlds, right?
4 pods, and then everyone could be and then you had to have one team from each pod in each group, and then in the groups each group has 4 teams in it, and the top 2 from that will advance to the playoffs.
So
it's a strange system. They could have just randomly drawn out of a hat, and
it would accomplish the same thing. The only thing that's different is I read somewhere, maybe on Twitter or something, that the pod whatever it was, the last one, the 4th one, pot D, was like all newcomers, right? All brand new teams.
Yeah, so it might have been like a seeding type of thing where they don't want all the good teams crushing each other in groups and then letting other teams like skate by.
That's what I was imagining.
Yeah, the groups are relatively well balanced. There are 2 groups of death, in my opinion, and we can go over those in a bit. But yeah, they split us all up like that. It actually took quite a while to get everybody split, but I'm pretty excited. I think our group is totally reasonable. There's some good players on the other teams, but we skated by having to play the really like the monsters. But the real monsters have got buys, so I think it's the top 8 from last season. Just get to advance to the playoffs immediately, and that includes like the winners. Obviously, I think Spain took it last year, but then even like the US is there. I don't know if you've seen the US roster. It is unreasonably good. There's a public spreadsheet going around with like all the players from each country, and they have like their notable results. And so like our team, like everybody has like a couple things under their name. The US team is just like every single person has like multiple regional top 8s, multiple national top 8s. It's actually disgusting.
It's a good team.
Yeah,
there's a good team of 12 on the US team. So you can find all this stuff for y'all listening at home. If you just go to worldcupvgc.com. That's gonna be the homepage for the World Cup right now. And you can see on the top managers, and you can go and see the teams. It doesn't go into detail like that spreadsheet that you just mentioned, Rowan. You can just kind of see the people, not so much the their accolades. But there he is. There he is. I want to take a picture of this. I'm gonna put it on the video. It's gonna be our very own Rowan Hall. Look at that. Boom.
That is like clipped out of a slightly drunken New Year's Eve photo, but it's fine. I look totally normal.
I was like, man, there's fireworks going on in your picture and stuff.
Yeah, it's great. Fancy. I love it.
Everyone else has like their like portfolio like pictures and
yeah, you look
here's
a little,
our man.
Out of it.
I'm doing great. I'm having a great time in that picture. Okay.
Yeah,
you look like it.
That'll be on the video version of the podcast for all y'all watching. And it looks like you guys are against Norway in week 1.
Yeah, I mean Nishant in the Pikachu hoodie is tops though. And yeah, we are up against Norway, so we already have our
Your matches.
we already have our like our matches set. I don't actually know anything about my opponent. Oftentimes you can scout ahead. I've already made like I've already made different showdown names to play under because doing all my matches under Rowan something is Rowan test 53 whatever is makes it pretty obvious what I'm planning to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes scouting you just can't do it at all because you don't know if you've never heard of the person, then you can't find their like their aliases or whatever, and you can't look it up on Showdown. But sometimes you really can get good information out of that.
Definitely.
Nice. So, anything else I'm curious about kind of the process and what you can say so far from your perspective as a player on a team. How has it gone leading up to? I mean, we're not even at week 1, or maybe at week 1.
Yeah.
Whatever,
So we
starts.
did a little preseason match, which was fun. We played against the Netherlands. I think we won all but one of those matches. Yeah, it was pretty fun. What was I gonna say? I'm like, it's hard to say this early, but I'm really excited. They make a point to like favor people with capture cards, get them on the official stream and cast it and everything.
Sure.
I'm so excited to see Group A, in particular Japan and Ecuador are in one group, and so Ecuador is where Paul Ruiz is from. It's a 2018 world champ guy who coaches both me and Cap. Absolute beast, of course. And then Japan has I'm pretty sure Japan has a world champ on there too. I could probably just look it up right now.
You have a fancy spreadsheet.
Yeah, I don't like the matchups seem to be random as far as I can tell. But yeah, that's oh yeah, here we go. So the 2015 world champion is Shoma Honami.
Shoma, yeah, I was about to say that was the first person I saw when I looked at the roster was Shoma.
Yeah. So I mean, if Paul and Shoma play against each other, that would be nutty. I don't know if they because like usually team sports you have like seeds, right? Where
Right.
I don't know if seeds is even the right thing, but you choose like your best players and put them in order, and generally like your best plays their best and down the line. I don't know if that's actually the case for this or if it's actually just completely random.
Interesting. Yeah. So I am looking forward to trying to watch some of these matches. Do you know when they or how often or what their schedule is for streaming official matches? Or how that's gonna work as you go into the week?
I'm assuming I would assume on the weekends because and I would assume about a week afterward. There's no way they can do this live because the time zones are just so messed up for
Yeah,
Sounds
all
good.
over the place.
across the sea. Yeah, so it's we do them all. I have mine set up for later this week. And yeah, we just whoever has a capture card records it, and then we submit them to Victory Road, and whichever ones they think are good, whether for like the player names, if you have famous people playing, or if the games were really good, they'll cast them and put them up on the official stream, or I would think Twitch and not YouTube, maybe both, but yeah,
they got a good host of casters too, didn't they?
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah,
to
it was
remember.
absolute superstar, like lineup there.
Where
It's better
is
than
the
actual World since they're not gonna have Cybertron.
Oh, we touched on that already. Yeah. I mean that's a good segue to another topic. But before we do that, is not I accidentally started playing YouTube. Is there any anything else on World Cup before we move on to Worlds?
Honestly, I don't think so. The only other the other group of death in my opinion is Group D, and purely because the UK and Germany are playing against each other. I don't know if you when you go down to the US part, I would not blame you for like not realizing where it starts because the UK is right above it and their accolades are also just completely insane. Like everyone there has like world's competitor ×3, national top cut ×2, like UK champion, whatever. Like I haven't heard of a lot of the British players, but I had heard of a few of them, and they're all really really strong. And I think Germany is like no joke either.
What they got Marcus Stratter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's who I played against.
And Fevzi.
Yeah. Yeah, Marcus Stratter was the first person I played in the very first Players Cup. Like that was my first like welcome to VGC moment.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
That's
Right,
awesome,
you know,
though.
you're learning what like priorities are and everything. Just,
Yeah.
like, by the way,
Here's one of the top players in the world.
Have fun.
Enjoy.
Oh.
good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, no, I think that's about it. We'll have more as the tournament progresses, I think. But you know,
I was gonna
nothing's actually
say-
officially happened yet.
We'll definitely kind of keep checking on this. This goes between now and I think late August, right?
Cool. Yeah. I think that sounds right. Should be good because I don't want to be focusing on Sword and Shield when Scarlet and Violet come out.
Right. This does finish before Scarlet and Violet come out for sure. But I'm more interested in the fact that it actually encompasses worlds. It goes before
Yeah.
and after the actual Play Pokemon World Championships, which brings us to our next topic: Play Pokemon's World Championships. So we got, I mean, we've known for 3 years or something at this point. It's gonna be in London. It was always kind of planned to be in August-ish time frame, August, the third or fourth week of August. And now it's finally happening. We have this dope logo for Worlds. That Roserade.
You
I'm
know
sure
they've
y'all
been
have seen
saving
it.
that for like a solid 3 years now.
For
So,
yeah,
Right.
that has been made. Someone's been like, I want to show this off so bad, and they couldn't. But it's cute. I love the logo. That Roserade steals the show. Although the starters and Sinistea, Morpeko, and Stonjourner are there. So that's just cute. I love it. So I don't think any of us are going to Worlds.
afraid not.
As much as I'd love to go to London and spectate and just breathe in that atmosphere, I think we're gonna have to miss it. But maybe depending on how things line up in our respective real lives, maybe we can do something fun like a live watching or something on the Discord.
Yeah, I think that'd be super cool.
Or on our Twitch channel or something. Yeah, we could do something like that. That'd be fun.
At least for day 2.
Yeah. At least for
Day one's
two.
a long day.
I think Worlds is just a long period.
Yeah. Well, yeah, day 1 and day 2 are both going to be long days.
Yeah. But day 2 and championship day, right? Because it's a 3-day event,
Yep.
right?
3. Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll plan that offline. Let us know in the comment section below if you're on YouTube, if you know that'd be something that's interesting. And if you're interested in that, I mean, and yeah, we can have fun with that. I think that's it for big competition stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of
Pretty much.
breathing in that London air, or not breathing it, yeah. So the other like little bit of controversial news was that they have dropped the mask mandate for Worlds, and you can't. And so for those who may not know, like Pokemon has kind of stuck out way beyond like the rest of the world, and like pretty much any.
Was it the mask?
Any other
Was it the mask
organization.
mandate? Was it the mask mandate?
The mask,
Or
the mask is staying. The mask is
vaccine?
staying. It's a vaccine
Yeah.
mandate, and so the reason that's
vaccine.
dropping, I can't really blame them for this. I think it's a mistake, a massive mistake. But the reason that they're dropping it is not out of their own decision. It's because London specifically won't allow that, or not London's, but I think the UK. At least, actually, I'm not sure if it's a countrywide or citywide ordinance, but anyway, they're not allowed to mandate vaccines for it. Yeah. And so, notably, earlier this year, they canceled the Orlando regional because of similar ordinance there. Although Orlando may have also been anti-mask mandate too, so I'm not sure on that one either.
It was, I believe, it was masks. Orlando was the masks. Our lovely senator decided that you can't.
Governor.
Governor, that's the word, not senator. Sorry, governor.
Probably your senator too, if it's yes, but
Yeah,
Probably
said
all
that
of them.
we can't have we can't have mask mandates at places.
all yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
but the difference here is that they have obviously put an inordinate amount of money into hosting in London. Like, you'll notice that every other Pokemon competition is in, like, I don't want to talk trash about too many cities, but they're generally cheaper places, right? Like, they get them in places where you can get a cheap convention center. Like,
Who's heard of Secaucus?
You don't have it in
Secaucus,
like,
New
York.
Jersey, or Collinsville. Like, yeah, the Nationals was in Ohio, right? Like, yeah, you can't. They don't do it in Manhattan, but London is notoriously one of the most expensive cities in the world. Period.
So they were doing it there.
And they've had this booked for years now. There's no backing out at this point. But what I think is what is really notable about this, one tournament is whatever, and World specifically is kind of whatever, because everyone there had to earn their way into this tournament at all only tournaments that had vaccine and mask requirements. So those people are all vaxxed anyway, unless you manage to qualify entirely during Ultra Series, which would be very tall order. I don't even know if anybody actually managed to do that.
We would know if someone did that.
I've seen a few people, like, I think it's pretty much Ultra Series plus like maybe a couple of regionals or mid-season showdowns right before COVID hit.
Yeah, no, there are a ton of people who have points, who have CP from those events, and
but I don't know if
probably qualified because of them. But I don't think anybody got only there. Like, everybody had to do some Sword and Shield.
Yes, that's what I'm imagining.
Either
way, it sucks because we will probably never get a chance to know what sort of, like, what the deal was, what the discussion was between Play Pokemon and, you know, whatever convention center in London they have. But they put a ton of money in, almost certainly, and then they've had this for 3 years, and they probably, like, kept it, you know, for 3 years. And like, yep, we'll still do it. We'll do it when this is over. We're gonna have it in London. We have to have it in London, right? All that stuff.
Yeah.
So
it is not as easy as canceling a convention center in Orlando, Florida. It's like, I know Disney World is there, but
stop
like,
poking at that wound, man. I'm still angry.
Me too. I was supposed to go there. That's the closest to me.
That's true.
Yeah, I know. I was actually going to go to that one too.
We would have met up. It would have been a great time.
Got to meet up. Yeah, no, I'm a little sour about it too, man.
Nah, we'll make up for it in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. It you know, it sucks because it is just. I don't want to get too political, as dumb as that is, but like, it sucks that it's become such a political thing. It sucks that it's a, you know, the organization that wants to run an event can't choose to do something that they feel is better because the local government says no. Yeah. Right.
And there are a lot of there's a lot of players out there who are willing to do those regulations, but now won't go because they themselves are immunocompromised. I know, like, I've seen a lot of threads about, like, Joe, the Cerebi creator, saying, like, can't go to anything around this now because he literally has long COVID symptoms now as a result, which is
and he lives in the UK too, doesn't he?
I believe.
So I mean, it's in his backyard. So
and he's hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
No.
But okay, so a little bit of a bummer. Segue out of this. And what is notable about this, though, is that it isn't just an exception for this event. This appears to be their excuse to, like, okay, we're kind of getting lax with this now. Masks are required still, but vaccines are not. This is now the rule for all tournaments.
Yes.
And that will probably open the door to a lot more locals, because apparently the reason why locals were like heavily restricted was that it was just going to be borderline impossible to, like, verify that all of their COVID mandates were actually being followed.
Yep.
It ultimately is, as you guys have found out recently, is that locals are just run by, you know, random fans who take the tests online and get certified and then run the tournament, and you get championship points from them. So I mean, I would just way rather they find a way to enforce it, but it does mean that we probably will get more local events coming up now, and ultimately for most of us, The vaccines do work. They do help us. I unfortunately did get a positive diagnosis, but it only I had body aches for a couple of days, and I'm fine now because I have 3 shots, so I'm doing great.
I'm
like
right there with you. I had it a month and a half ago or something, and my worst symptom was I felt like I had a flu, and I slept like a day.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. I took the day off work, called it. Yeah. But anyway, what this does mean is we're gonna get a bunch more locals, which I feel like is what we've been talking about. We're really excited about. I think that's gonna start happening now.
Yep.
The event locator is back up. Like,
so this is the thing. I could have sworn that either late May or early June, Play Pokemon tweeted something about like, hey, because of a change in whatever, we're going to start allowing locals again. And then I looked for like most of June just to see a couple times to see, hey, is this stuff up? Do we have locals? And I actually checked around me and around y'all and just other like big cities to see if there was anything, and there was nothing. It was blank. It was blank for weeks. I was like, okay, that kind of sucks. Maybe it'll come back in Scarlet and Violet. And I tweeted some today complaining about it. And then right before the call, we checked and we're like, oh my gosh, there's actually stuff on the event locator.
Yeah, only TCG for now, but
yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's only TCG. Will follow suit. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure they said it was only TCG whenever they were bringing it back. I guess because the season was pretty much dead, by the time they brought this up for the video game series. So, I mean, yeah, it's all TCG right now because they also run leagues. They run the more trading card game,
but they have
stuff typically.
They have leagues for the video game series too.
Yeah, but the card game's a lot more popular. I mean, you get a lot more people.
It also makes
showing
more
up
money
for those.
for the game shops running them. To be fair,
it does. Yeah. They don't make money off of a video game unless they're selling food or something at the venue.
Are you allowed to charge entry for it, or is that like specifically against the rules?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. That's something we should probably find out.
Yeah. So
might be easier to pass your test. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so for the video game.
Is it you don't think it's allowed, or you don't think it's against the rules?
No, I'm trying to remember because we were setting up the South Carolina team for some, and they charged, but it was for prize support. And
that would make sense.
Something like that, I think, is what the fee was really kind of going towards. And I think it was at a local game store, so they were taking a couple of dollars on it, but they weren't.
I feel like it's got to be a lot easier to get venues to accept like letting a bunch of us sweaty nerds.
But it wasn't like a lot of money towards them, but
sure,
something.
Pay the power bill. There's probably a bunch of people just come in and window shop comic books anyway, right? So
yeah. I know. I've been working with the game store I go and play Magic at. I've been talking to them about I need to get over there and talk to the trading card guy because he runs tournaments. Even when there's no official locals, they still had pre-releases and playing the games and everything. So I need to get over there because he's a professor and an organizer.
Oh, he is.
So I've been kind of back and forth a little bit with him
again.
Oh no.
How is it every episode we lose one of the guys with gig internet?
I don't know.
Did you lose me one week?
No, it's just always him.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Cool.
I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, like I could hear you.
Oh, so you can hear me talking smack. Okay, cool.
Yeah, gigabyte internet. And I don't know how in the world I phase out Discord servers can't handle my gig, I guess.
That's so wild. And for y'all listening, let me know if when that happens, if it's weird. I've checked it each time, but in editing, I don't change it. I leave it. It's fun that way.
It's raw.
You're the one doing them all. I can't argue too much.
No, well, I don't care what you think. I care what our fans think, or our haters. You too. Anyway, you can tell that I'm trying to focus on engagement. But yeah, but you're right. It'd be interesting to bring locals back, right? To do something. I've been itching to go play this game in person with people to some extent. And I don't know. I might look and see. I think you commented on my tweet and said, "Go bring people to the VGC side."
That's been that's my plan over there, because I don't know anyone in my area that plays VGC at all. Like, there's no scene here at all. We don't have any world's level players that I know of around here.
I don't think we have any world's level players around either, but we do have a scene in Georgia. I don't like what happened to like this. Does your USPA team like?
Oh, well, I mean, like in my city, like, so they're over in Columbia, South Carolina. So I mean, hour and a half. So away. Like, I'm not traveling that far to, especially because they always do events on Saturdays, and I day drink, and I'm not traveling for early on a Saturday.
It's an important part of your Saturdays.
It is. I have a routine, man.
Yeah.
But
it was fun to crash the routine one time.
But if I was like, just a few minutes from the house or something, that's a little bit different. It'd be nice, local. I don't want to have to drive 2-3 hours a day to go play.
I'm wondering how difficult it would be to start a locals in my county, even, right? I am Central Florida, but I'm not Orlando, so I'm not actually a big city or anything. But like, I've thought about it. I'm like, this is gonna suck if it's not already there. But to that end,
you really gotta gauge interest ahead of time. Like, Garrett, like, it's not worth getting people together if you don't have a minimum of, like, I'd say 8 people at least.
Well,
who are gonna show up.
Or regulars at least.
So to make a tournament official, I know you have to have 4 people playing at least.
Is that it? That's all you need? Is 4?
I think so.
So I know for the organizer side to be able to offer CP for events, you have to host, I think it's 3 or 4 tournaments in whatever time frame with at least 4 or more. And then you can start hosting actual locals.
Oh, so it's actually you have to do stuff beforehand. That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. So like, you can't just get the certificate and start hosting CP events right away.
That makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
But how big do they have to be for CP to be awarded?
4.
Wow. I mean, I guess does the amount you get scale with how many people enter?
Don't think so.
I thought there was something
that
like
sounds exploitable.
But
it sounds exploitable.
But you also have a cap. There's a cap to how much you can get from locals and the mid-series showdowns.
If you just have like 3 friends who don't really care, they can just let you farm
you could
until you hit the local cap. Yeah.
You're here, folks.
That's
farm your
friends.
I'm just saying, I think everybody in the Georgia scene actually does kind of care, so I don't think I'm gonna get to do that anyway. But like in general,
where I'm at, that's why I play, because I don't know anyone that, like I said, I don't know anyone that plays, but I'm trying to get my local game store, trying to draw some of the TCG people in, so that way I can, have a little smackdown come locals. Get some free CP out of nowhere.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
I'm gonna drive up to North Carolina to ruin all
right? Ruin my plans, man.
That's what we should do. We should each host, and then the others drive, and then we have 3 events that we compete at.
Right.
Done.
Just bring your wives.
Have them play. There we go. That's how you fill out the roster.
My wife plays Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know if she'll enter any tournaments, but
yeah. So all that said, we've beat around the bush a little bit, but I know at least Sheldon and I are looking at the TO Play Pokemon Judge program. I think we're both already VG judges, video game judges. Not that we've done anything with that. I've had mine for like a year, and then no event.
But I have it though.
Yes, we have the little thing on our website. Have you done any of this, Rowan?
I have not. No, I gotta be honest. I want to play in all the events I go to.
That's also fair.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, so it's interesting because my big thing right now is if I get the chance to help out, it'd be cool. If I get the chance to make something, that'd be cool. Like make a locals or whatever. But really, it's cool just to see more of the inner workings of this stuff, or get the chance to, right? I haven't seen anything yet. That's my angle. And also, I forget if I said this on the show or just to you guys offline, but boy, I want one of those lab coats that the professors can get so bad. That's my goal. It's so dumb. But boy, do I want one.
Wear it everywhere. Why are you wearing that?
Absolutely.
Pokemon professor.
I'm a professor. I've got my credentials. Anyway,
just walk into yeah. Just walk into like a Florida or somewhere into a professor's class and
I'm here to teach
over.
Teach about Pokemon. Y'all are you go leave on sabbatical. I'm gonna take your spot. All right, class. This is a Pokemon. Are you a boy or a girl? Anyway. Yeah, that'd be wild. Yeah, we'll let you know how that goes. I was looking at it. Actually, I was looking at it like an hour ago before we started recording. Just to kind of see what the questions were and start looking through the material. And I don't know, you can Control F find most of the answers, at least with the VG one. But like at least knowing where those documents are is interesting. And then you can reference the rules if you ever care to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
if you don't have a local scene, would definitely recommend people like going out and doing this because this is the way you grow it, right?
Yeah,
people can't play it if you don't make them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right.
Creation's fun. Like we're all content creators in our own ways, what we do and stuff. So
now you can just take it one step further and make something in real life that people can actually go to instead of various YouTube and Twitch channels. But no, I mean it's true. It's true. It part of that is scratching that creative itch that I think we all have. But neat things you can do. Just it comes down to it's another thing you can do with this game that we all love to some extent. So, do we have anything else?
Bit of a light week. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we covered about all we wanted to.
Yeah, we oh wow, we were recording for a while before this, and it's only at like 36 minutes of the recording, so probably 30-ish minutes of an episode. So yeah, very light. So again, we have should we tease some things? Fill the air a little bit more?
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing next, speaking of local communities, I think I talked about this a little bit ago. Georgia VGC is doing the Malamar games, where you like spin a roulette and get a goofy theme. We just did that at the same time. I'll be honest, I'm maybe prioritizing World Cup a little bit above this.
Wow. But, how could you?
But it's looking like a lot of fun. The first week's theme is that you get to you have to choose from the top 50 Pokemon on Pikalytics. So like all pretty good ones right now, right? But you have to choose your opponent's team for them. You give them 6 and they can do whatever they want with those 6.
That's gonna be awesome.
Wow. I was pretty evil with my choices, to be honest, but they didn't give me much better. So it's gonna be
give us a preview.
What were the 6? Yeah, let me pull this up. I sent it over to them.
That's disgusting. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's disgusting. But I love the
it was,
the meme.
Right.
It was absolutely disgusting. Okay, I went with so Gastrodon was reasonably nice, but it doesn't actually do all that much damage. And like doesn't really matter. So Gastrodon, Talonflame, Chansey.
Tell that to those that the last couple of events. Yeah, hold on. Gastrodon.
Okay, you got to give it a boost for it to do anything. Okay.
Okay.
Gastrodon, Talonflame, Chansey, Gothitelle, Sableye, and Weezing were the 6 I gave.
Oh, so you gave
him a prankster.
A stall.
I gave him a prankster and nothing to actually boost it with. So like to assist with. So
that's fair.
It'll be good. Yeah, and they gave me a Regigigas with no Weezing to.
Hey, but you gave him the Weezing.
It, so yeah, there we go. That means they can't. That means they straight up can't bring the Weezing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. What's Weezing's
I feel like
ability?
that's kind of dangerous with Gigas, isn't it? Like, because I mean, you could feasibly stall 5 turns like in the right board state, and that thing all of a sudden is a monster.
No, I mean, I think it's actually better than people give it credit for, even with slow start. If everything else sucks, right?
Yeah.
There was no Gastrodon respect because they also gave me Gastrodon and then like Torkoal and Ludicolo together. And it's like
what?
I don't know. I think I can do some stuff with that at least. Like I think
can do
they
something
were
with
nice.
Torkoal-
They
like,
were they were
Torkoal's
nicer
legit.
to me.
Yeah, you're gonna have a better time with that, I think.
Yeah.
Let us
yeah.
know if you let us know how that team building goes.
Oh God. I mean, so
Yeah.
you have to. They only have 6, right? You got to use the 6 and
Yeah.
then just like make them.
Well, I mean, like,
I
yeah,
guess build
like-
their sets. But yeah, no, I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, it's gonna be free content, so I'm excited.
Are you gonna make a video out of it?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. I can't wait to watch that.
People are gonna be like a VGC guide and what on earth
What
is
the
this?
heck is he doing?
This is the best team I've ever built.
Yeah, that should be the title of the video. There you go. Got it in one.
Playing BDSP on Sword and Shield.
Pretty much though.
What about you, Sheldon? You have anything going on?
Not really. It's just still school stuff. You can see I got my art set
I
up
was
back
gonna
there.
say,
I'm
what
working
is
on.
that behind you? I saw the ease and I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's an easel. You can see I
A
got
little
some
bit
like
of Bob Ross action back there.
it is
Happy accident.
happy accidents. I got some fruit cut up back there. Some bottles I have to draw. You know, the basic art school stuff.
That's awesome. You should send us pictures of what you draw, and then I may or may not tweet it on the Game Corner Twitter.
All right, I can do that. Content.
Content, yeah. Hey, take everything, make it content. Let's see. I'm just doing my normal streaming stuff. We have for the Game Corner, we do have a couple of interviews lined up, or maybe one interview, depends on how that shakes out. So look forward to that in the coming weeks. I think if not next week, which it could be, we have not done much planning for this outside of these 30 seconds. So maybe this weekend we'll talk to them and make a episode out of that. Otherwise, it might be early August at this point. I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con. That's cool. So
That's awesome.
I
We're
think-
Yeah.
still prepping for Dragon Con in Atlanta, which by the way, y'all should come to if you can. It's actually a
Yeah.
reasonably.
Yeah,
I think I'm in the
I've
middle of
thought about
Kyushu.
it.
that's very
It's-
tempting.
It is.
Yeah, you're close.
Like nerdy costume.
Yeah.
Just weekend long party. I'm pretty sure my wife and I are doing Jesse and James. So it'll be
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. If I
Nice.
show up, that'll be my
good.
cosplay
You can
is me.
you can be our Meowth. That'll be great.
That's right. Bro Ixen, that's right. Anyway, so that'll be fun. I'll take pictures and if there's anything Pokemon related. So hold on. Yeah, I have pictures from 2019 Comic-Con, and I have pictures of like me with statues of the starters for Sword and Shield and like other stuff they had there. So maybe I'll dig that up and post it with the episode.
Were there like official
Yeah.
booths and stuff for that?
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
It was-
awesome.
so-
You might see some Scarlet Violet stuff then.
I'm hoping to.
Yeah.
So they normally have like a Nintendo. It's not a booth in Comic Con or on the Comic Con floor. I think you need a badge to get in. I'm not entirely sure, but at like one of the adjacent hotels, they just rent a conference room, like a giant event floor space, whatever. And I think I waited like 90 minutes in line to get into the Nintendo space that year. Maybe not an hour,
Wow.
but whatever. And they did dumb stuff of like, hey, if you can sing all the poker rap, you can go in early and skip the line. And people were doing it too. People nailed it, and I was like, oh, this is wild.
I was like, you don't know how much of my brain space was dedicated to this. It caused me to
Right.
fail elementary school. Like,
Right. So I'll definitely get pictures of that. So in 2 weeks after this episode airs, there will be no episode. My math might be wrong, but there'll be another blank space in the weeks, unless you two want to do an episode. By all means, I don't care. I won't edit it.
Figure
I
it
won't
out.
be here.
Yeah. I don't know about all that then. That means I gotta do work.
It's not much. If you've seen the videos, it's not much. Anyway, I'll post stuff for that for sure. What else do we have for the Game Corner coming up? We are still working on details for a tournament run by us. Still trying to figure out how and when to do that. So if you're interested at all, I think this is my third plug this episode, but go to the Discord and comment on YouTube if you want to do that. I'll have links down below.
yeah, we had a little Twitter poll that did that maybe I'll get a decent amount of responses.
Yeah.
And it was mostly even, but it seems like a lot of people don't want to play Dynamax. They want to try a no Dynamax tour, which I think is awesome.
Will be fun.
Something different.
Absolutely.
We can even use the Series 10 rule set to enforce no accidentally clicking the button.
Right.
And then that rule set allows only one restricted, so we'd probably end up doing like no restricted, no Dynamax.
And then play it by
we could do, you know, regional, like, you know, base game regional, which I think it deserves a shot at no Dynamax. See how that plays out.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think we could literally do every series from like 1 through 7 with no Dynamax. I think that would be super cool.
Yeah. So again, jump in Discord, jump in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Let us know how interested you are in doing this. Let us know when you'd like to do it. If like for some reason you play your best VGC Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, let us know, and we might not do it that time, but we will for sure take into some minute consideration. But no, give us your opinions. Let us know what you think. And we'll get some out here soon. With again everything going on, travels, worlds, World Cup, art school, everything going on with stuff. It might be a little slower than we initially wanted to, but hey, c'est la vie. We'll still get it done. We want to do things. That's why we made this thing. Okay. I think we're good. Is that it?
I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm good.
All right. So that being said, I have been Harrison. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch under Ixen. And I have been joined by
Rowan. You can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/c/Rowan Hall, and Twitter, Rowan W Hall.
And Sheldon. You can find me Captain_Unova on Twitter and Captain Unova on Twitch.
And we have been the Game Corner. Thank you to the Game Chop. Thank you to Game Chops and RobKTA for these for our theme song, Goldenrod Game Corner off the album Ultraball. We appreciate it very much.
Hey, we remember this time.
I have a script now. I told you I put it in the episode that I would have a script.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna read it.
I wasn't, because I already went out of order. But anyway, you can find us on Twitter at Game Corner VGC. You can find us in Discord. I'll have a link down below, and also in the Spotify description, whatever that space is called. Make sure y'all leave a comment, join the Discord, give us your feedback, tell us what you want to hear, tell us how to do better intros and outros, whatever your feedback is, tell us. We want to hear from you, want to talk to you, want to engage with you offline instead of just being little earworms for you all the time. We've been the Game Corner, and until next time, game on.